back everybody, this is episode 10 of my Let's Play. Being that it's episode 10, at the end of this I will have a world upload, so do check that out in the comments below. What we're going to be doing today is we're going to try and get a bit more sorted on the sorting system, but at the same time I'm just thinking about going ahead and trying to increase my research capabilities for Thaumcraft. Why is that not working with a bookshelf? Ah, of course, never mind. Stupid me, I need to actually turn them into books first. Right, there we go. So 4 books, which means it'll give me 1 bookshelf, which is not as much as I was hoping. I thought I would get 4 bookshelves from that. Right, so there's a bookshelf, and I'm going to do it the cheats way. Where is my expensive items? Let's go ahead and grab from somewhere. Let's grab 3 diamonds worth of bookshelves. Probably actually don't need that many. How much is a bookshelf? It's probably a wee bit, so let's go ahead and just grab 26 should do, and we'll get out some paint, red paint for the remaining EMC. And I'm heading the wrong direction. Let's go back upstairs and go across to our Thaumcraft room. As you can hear, it's nighttime outside. I'm going to have to go ahead and go hunt some Endermen soon. So I'm just going to go ahead and start building this up around like so, and theoretically it should be to there like that, and hopefully that means that when I go ahead and do some research, let's just go and check to see how we're getting on. Does that mean we have less? We have 75% loss. Doesn't seem to have made any difference at all, to be honest. Oh, maybe it helps with research. Maybe it's not so much of a maybe it's not so much about loss, maybe it helps me actually succeed. Or maybe not. Right, I'm just going to go ahead and turn this into a wee bit more of an actual room. So let's go to do this. And I don't need to take those corners out because they are going to be empty anyway. I don't think that the bookshelves reach into the corner. So let's go ahead and just fill this in like so. Now what do we have? Do we have a lower loss? No. Still about the same, but anyway, that's not so bad. Going to go ahead and do a wee bit of research on those units there. So 33% loss, 33% success, and 80% loss. Wow, that's a high loss rate. Hopefully we can get something out of here though. Oh, there we go. We've got Thermic Duplicator. Nice. That's an easy one. Let me see what we can get with the rest of these. I'm just going to go quickly grab some more cobblestone and top that up. And come back and we've got 3 more things, and oh, that one's awesome too. Oh, this is awesome. We've got some pretty good ones here, so let's go ahead and grab these out. I'm just going to go ahead quickly and try and research some of these things as well, the zombie brains. 26 success, 75 failure, loss, and 0% failure. Hopefully we can get a research on that. Collected wisdom, nice. And forbidden knowledge. We are looking for a particular one. Please give me the one I'm after. I do want a research for it. And one more chance. And some more forbidden knowledge. Right, let's quickly research those 2 up. And if we get nothing from this, we'll go ahead and do collected wisdom, concentrated viz, moderate, easy. Thermic Duplicator. Right. Success 75, loss 100% if we lose it, and failure of 6. So I think the bookshelves works on the failure rate to help with the failure rate cut down. So it looks like this is a nice easy one. It'll be a good one to get for our first one. Well, our second actual bit of research done. So let's go ahead and open that one up. And Thermic Duplicator is done with animated pistons, enchanted wood, and gold ingots. Goggles are revealing. That's one that's really important for me. This is what we're going to need to be able to get into the obelisks, the mysterious obelisks. So hopefully this one's not hard to research either by looks of things. Looking like we've got some pretty good success so far. Let's just top that up. Goggles are revealing. One more step please. And there we go, look at that, just like that. And so we will need to make thermometers, get some leather and some gold, so that's all good, happy with that. Collected wisdom is tricky, concentrated viz is moderate. Okay, I'm going to leave that when they're researching, and I'll come back and check on that a bit later on. So we're going to head over and do some enderman hunting quickly. I'm going to try and grab out some glowstone if I can find some. Let's just quickly empty my inventory, and I need to make an thame, I think is what they call it, which should be made with a silver ingot and a stick. Nice and easy to work on. Let's go ahead, and do we have power here? No, we don't. Let's go downstairs and quickly cook this up. Also doing a bit of planning out, as you can see in the ground here, trying to figure out what I'm going to do with the system. I want to have it as automated as possible. I'm thinking that what's going to happen is the sorting system is going to go directly across through here if it's not needing to be cooked or macerated, and then it'll go into the sorting system. Otherwise it'll come across to here, get cooked if it's needed to be macerated, get macerated if it's needed to be cooked. It'll come through to here, and then it'll spit down through this way back into the main line and back into the sorting system. So hopefully that'll be what we end up with. I don't see any major problems with that just yet, but I'm not the best at setting these things up. I'm still learning it as I go. Right, let's go hunting for some endermen, and I did grab... no, I didn't grab my philosopher's stone, and probably just empty the rest of my inventory out here. One thing I haven't found yet, which I'm hoping to find soon, I'm going to have to do some more researching around in here, is I'm looking for, under terrain features, I've got crystals, but I don't have the glowstone crystals, which I'm definitely wanting, because that'll save me having to go to the nether for them. So I'm just going to have to go ahead and... do I have anything that I can use for fuel? Yes. If I go ahead and grab myself a couple more... glowstone. Never mind. I've got quite a bit of glowstone already. So let's go ahead and see about getting some of these guys. If it's not too late. It looks like I might have actually missed most of the night. Let's go ahead and try and turn you into something that's useful. Come on. Why is it not working? And he goes and kills himself. Bugger. Okay, I need to probably power this thing up. And let's quickly see if we can find any more enemies running around. Okay, good old Philosopher's Stone and a Thame, and there we go. We've got 2 Ender Pearls from those guys. I did find 2, but I was off camera. So just got one of those guys turned into it. And that should be pretty much all I need. However, I might as well see if I can get another guy turned into one. Damn it, wrong key. Right, creeper, slime, spider, skeleton. There we go, enderman. And, oh, you stingy prick. Okay. Right, I'm going to head back upstairs. I'm going to chuck this into my trans table so I learn an ender pearl, and we'll make ourselves our retrievers. So I'll be back when I get upstairs. Okay, so just checking on here, we've got plenty of bog left in here. I've just turned these engines back on again. We've got a fair bit of peat that's come through. Lots of it has grown, so I'll let that go ahead and run for a little bit to get some more out of it and start replanting the bog earth. We're going to have to get a few more of these things set up, because that is definitely not giving me enough energy to be able to run the 3 macerators and the 3 furnaces together, and that's without any sort of overclockers in them as well, so definitely need a bit of work there. But we're happy with now with the ender pearl, so let's go and teach them to my transmutation table. And let's grab out the stuff that we need to make a retriever, or at least a bunch of retrievers. So we have our retriever, which is going to require... we need pistons, which we've got. We need to make them into filters, so we're going to have to go and grab the pistons from wherever I stored them. I did put them somewhere. Put them somewhere so that it wouldn't be too hard to find. Probably downstairs on it. There they go. So that, we also need our gold, which we've got downstairs. Let me quickly gather up the resources we need, and then we will get those ones built and continue on from there. Okay, got a fair bit of what we need. I'm just going to go ahead and create up some brass, because I'm going to need some more pneumatic tubes, and also going to need some brass ingots. So first thing we can do, is go ahead and craft ourselves up a couple more of these. I do believe we have some red dope wafers somewhere. I didn't actually grab those. Again, probably downstairs. Give me a second. Okay, so we've got 3 of those there. We need the solar panel, the blue dope wafers, and I was thinking we also need to go ahead and sort out what we're going to do for the locations on the side. I basically want my cooked stuff, which is going to mostly be my ingots, to go into this one here. like so, and we're going to need some other colours along here to separate these out, but what will happen is as I separate them, I'll probably paint that one there for the moment, as you can see it goes ahead and it separates the pipes, so only green stuff will go down that one there, or the next available inventory that is on the line. At the moment there isn't another available inventory, so we're all good there. Right, so chuck these back into there, and I'm going to head back upstairs and start crafting up these retrievers. Okay, just getting a few more of these blue alloy ingots. Probably need to grab quite a few of them, so cooking up as many as I can. Just going to go ahead and chuck these into here as well, so we get a couple of filters out of here. Leave that in there for the moment. Probably need at least one more of the filters. Okay, so we've got, that's pretty much what we've got sorted there, so we're going to need to grab a couple more. We're going to need 6 ender pearls in total, so let's go ahead and grab myself out the resources I've got to be able to transmute nicely. Teach some ender pearls and grab out a couple of stacks. Should give us a few. Did it only give us 16? That should be enough for the moment though. So I'm going to go ahead and chuck them on either side like so. So we brass on the top, and then we've got leather in the middle. I don't know why I'm not just doing the, oh, I can't do the question mark. Okay, filters in the middle, and finally it's going to be iron and blue alloy. So 1, 2, 3, and then iron on either side, and we have ourselves our nice expensive retrievers, 3 of them. Nice. Okay, so that's all cool. Let's go down here, and what we're going to do is place this unit right. I just realized I've made a small mistake. I actually need to go ahead and move the sorting system up higher because I need it to be out of the way, because I need to be able to run this thing as well. What we can do for the moment though is we can go ahead and take out this pipe here, which I think that is a graphics glitch. Take out that as well. I'm just going to go ahead and pop this unit right on top of here. It's going to face the wrong way, so grab the screwdriver and rotate it around so the yellow is up on top like so. I'm going to do the same thing right here, which means we're not going to need those covers, which is not too much of a worry. And go ahead and rotate this as well. There we go. So those things here will be able to pull from out from any of the available inventories that are connected to it along the path. So that's all cool. Gonna have to go and move that up. I don't really want to be moving it up because it's got all that stuff sorted into there. I also decided I'm going to send cinnabar straight down through to the furnaces as well, because that's actually cooked up. Doesn't need to be macerated. So let me just quickly move this off camera, and then I'll come back. Okay, so I think that's probably about where I want it. Oops, I need to stop right clicking on these when I've got the screwdriver out. So I'm going to have to go ahead and repopulate all of this stuff with the ores that I want to send down the different paths. So let me quickly do that. Okay, so there we go. I've gone ahead and done it again. I've actually gone ahead by accident and left a clear blank at front of the front there, which I can reuse later on for sorting. But that should be pretty good. I'm happy with that. I just need to go ahead and make myself some more pneumatic tubing to fill in the spot. I'm going to need to create some power because each of these things are going to require blue trick power. That's what these things on the side here are. So let me go ahead and get that started, and hopefully we can get the beginnings of this sorting system running before the end of the episode, so that way you guys will be able to have a play with it, or at least probably more likely improve on it. So let me quickly figure out what we're going to need for power, and I'll be back. Okay, so what I'm going to need, the main thing I'm going to need next is going to be some batteries. So I'm going to go ahead and chuck in, probably going to need 4 and make 2 extra batteries, probably be a good idea. Go and grab some more nickelite. This is the batteries from Red Power rather than Industrial Craft, so they require nickelite down the sides, they require tin in the middle and copper on top and bottom, and that will create some BT batteries, or Bluetricity batteries, or Blue Trick, however you want to pronounce that. Okay, so we've got that. We're going to go ahead and chuck 2 of those in there like so. We're going to chuck 1 of those like that, 3 iron ingots around like that, and I don't have any wood on me, but I do have some floating around somewhere, and there we go. So chuck that onto there like that, and that will create a bat box. Gonna need to create some more of these things because we need to grab some more solar panels. And I'm going to go ahead and I found 2 more silicon balls that I created in my chest, so grab those out from there. Pick up my diamond sword that I always have a tendency of dropping. Chuck some blue alloy, nickelite in there, and chuck some silicon wafers, so hopefully we'll end up with a reasonable amount of those cooked up. It is night time, so let me quickly go ahead and sleep through the night. Okay, so right, so we got that. Let's grab a couple of these out. I need some more. I need to go ahead and I want to have at least 2 panels. So I've already got 1 panel already, which is good. A couple of extra batteries floating around, which is also very nice. And I'm going to have to figure out where I'm going to go and put this, because I want to have it nearby but not directly in the way of these things. And I'm also going to need a way to connect them back, and obviously the industrial craft cables won't work, so let me see if I can find out where my wool is. There is some wool. Let's chuck that into the table and grab out some wool. Have I brought it to the table already? Yes, I have. No, I hadn't. Oh, interesting. Right, so I go ahead and chuck in 4 pieces of that. Grab out some wool. That's probably a bit excessive, but never mind. Okay, so plenty of wool now. You can use just any crafting table. I'm going to go ahead and just chuck some wool, some blue alloy ingots like that, and I'm going to go up and line the outsides with wool, and it will give me some blue alloy wire. So we should be all good with that, and I'm running out of inventory space again. Glowstone out of here, don't you at the moment. Okay, almost done with the solar panel. Let's go grab 1 more of these. And grab you, thank you. Okay, so what we're going to do is find a place to put this. Now, almost all the major devices, all the tier 2 and tier 3 of the red power stuff uses electric electricity. Some of the lower stuff doesn't require it, but this stuff does definitely. So what I'm thinking is we're going to go ahead and drill out like this. I'm thinking I want to try and hide as much of this wiring as possible. So I'm thinking along the lines of doing like this. And where do I put that cobblestone? There we go. And like that. And I'm thinking that if we do it right, we could potentially run. Let's go and do this. Let's go chuck the cobblestone like that, and go to there. I'm going to head outside. I'm going to try and do this so it's as condensed as possible, and having wires running nicely together. Good thing is we don't get crossover torque between wires and these mods, thank goodness. Going to need a wee bit of height, so let's go ahead and just make myself a little pedestal here for the moment. Okay, so theoretically if I go ahead and put that like so, and then I go and chuck these down here, can I place them on top of the wires? No, I can't. That is a shame. I was really hoping to be able to place them on top of the wires. Okay, how am I going to do this instead? You know what? I could probably do it this way, actually. If I take that back out of there like that, chuck a wire extra length there, and chuck the back box directly in this spot, like that. Brilliant. And then I can go ahead and just place these things down here. This might be temporary, might do this a bit later, do it different later on. But that should, being that it's got clear view to the sky, should start charging up this. You can see a tiny little speck of red there. Let's give that a few minutes just to charge up, but that should probably do it for the moment. And that'll hopefully give us some power. We'll be able to find out in a few seconds to see whether or not we still have actually got accessible access to it. So we have definitely got a power build up. Cool. So that means that those 2 devices there are connected, and I can go ahead and pop that back there like that, which will conceal it quite nicely there. And I can go ahead and pop those like that. Let's just power the cobblestone, power that down so that it's not so powerful, and just clean up that mess. So theoretically, once this has enough build-up of power, we should see that this thing here will turn on, and so will that one. We're going to need to run power down that direction as well, so let's go ahead and get that sorted now. I'm probably going to need a few more of these, so let's go ahead and create those up. I'll be back in a tick. being that we're going to need a fair bit of this, I thought I'd make up 2 more of the stacks, so 26 of them hopefully should be enough for the moment. I'm going to have to go digging for some more nickelite soon. Now, of course, it always seems like you get so much of it, and then afterwards you just end up realizing that you've just run out, so that's so fast. Okay, now this is where it's going to start getting a little bit on the tricky side, because we've got so much piping and everything under here now that we're going to have to make sure we've got it sorted the way we want it. And I don't want to be doing that. How are we going to do this? I want these units to be... You know what? I'm going to have to go a little bit further down, I think. So let's go ahead and knock you off. So we are going to go ahead and use these hollow stone covers again, after all. Let's go ahead and chuck these in here. So we're going to bring this down to here, and at this lower level we'll go ahead and use the retrievers. So I'll go pop you there, and I might as well do this one at the same time. Okay, grab the screwdriver out and switch that round to the top again. And while I'm at it, grab the covers out and place them back over top to help cover up the floor. Okay. Does however mean that I'm going to have to be a wee bit trickier with the way this piping works, which is not too much of a worry. I'm just going to have to come out like this with the piping, I think. And obviously not enough yet. Right, so, and then of course now what we can do is we can go ahead and put this back across like so, and we can run the wire across like this. And one more on the side there should join it, and hopefully if we come up this wall here, it's not going to join. Bugger. Okay, to there. This is obviously the very, very bad, wasteful way of doing this wiring. Oh dear, it's not going to work. Okay, I might have to rethink that. Okay, so I decided I need to do a wee bit of tweaking with the stuff that I'm working with. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and chuck some of this down. I'm going to cut this up into the skinniest panels you can. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I need to go ahead and make a new way of being able to transfer blue trick power, which I haven't used yet. And to do that I'm going to go ahead and just make some jacketed cable. Now you don't get as much of it for the ingots, but you do get enough. So I've got 8 of those now. That should be enough for what I want to do. So down here, I'm just going to pop down through this way. And I was thinking about it. I'm going to go ahead and basically bring the wire to here like so, and then I'm going to go up like this, which should hopefully allow me to... No, damn it. I'm trying to figure out the best way to connect this up to the... There we go, that will do. So if I go to there like that and then connect it there, so that should connect me up, and now everything should be connected to the same system. I need to make myself a way to get down now, and I also had to move my wiring like that, so that's all sorted now. Now theoretically that means that down here, if I go ahead and look, not with that one, we should be close to getting enough power, although it's just turned night time. Everything should be balancing out, so this has definitely got power, and this has got a bit of power on it, which means that going forward, these ones over this side here should also be balancing out power. Or maybe not. Why are they not filling up? Did I go ahead and connect it and then disconnect it as well? Okay. No, it looks like it's all connected. I would have to see how that goes. Give it a few minutes and see if it lights up. I'll be back shortly. Okay, made a little bit of a mistake. I ran the wires over them, and obviously because they're shielded, they obviously were not transferring power, but now that they are connected into the front like this and actually touching the blue alloy part inside the sheathing over there, they're now building up power. So that's that first part of it done. So the only thing left really to do to get the first little part of this sort of system to go is to get myself some ways to actually pulse out the items, which means I'm going to have to get some timers. So I'm going to have to go ahead and create myself... Oops, I have one piece left over. Cool. Go ahead and chuck this piece here. Okay guys, I think I've figured out one little issue that I do have, which is the fact that I've gone ahead and popped these two units around the wrong way. So I'm going to have to go ahead and take this out of here, and I'm going to have to take this out of here again, unfortunately, which means I'm going to have to go ahead and reconfigure my setup. Where did that pipe go? Did I end up with my inventory? That's in my inventory, cool. Right, so I'm going to have to go ahead and reposition this down here because I need to be able to pull from the chest above and then get it into this system here. Okay, it'll go straight through the sorting system and get coloured. So let me quickly go ahead and do that off camera, and then once that's done we can try and do a test run through here after I make some timers. So give me a few minutes, guys. Okay, so position wise looking pretty good now. Let's go ahead and switch this back over to the right mode, which is I'm going to have everything pass through as white. Let's go ahead and set that to red, red and green. So I'm going to go with the red for my stuff that gets macerated down, then following that getting cooked. So we need the different types of tin in there, and we're all good. So that's now set up again. So we've got the system there, pretty much everything's getting power. So these units down here should be fully powered. We should have a pretty full battery box at the moment. Yep, that's cool. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is we need to go ahead and create ourselves some stone wafers. And I've got some red alloy ingots cooking upstairs, which is in the alloy furnace, just with some copper and some... oh, not as many as I thought I had. Damn it, I didn't have enough redstone in there. Right, so it takes, I think it's 8 redstone that needs to be used for that, so we're going to have to get some more redstone. There we go. I want to keep one piece to make sure I can target it, cook up some more, and we are also going to need, no, I'm not going to need all of that, I'm going to need some of this stuff normally for making up the things we need. So let me quickly go ahead and grab what I need down from here, which should be cooked up, a few of them now, and... probably that should be good. Cook up those into wafers. I'll be back in a minute when I've cooked up enough of those. Okay, just cooking up a few more wafers, getting a few extra that we don't actually necessarily need. I'm going to quickly grant myself a workbench, save myself having to run up and down these stairs. I do need to start carrying around my Philosopher's Stone as a workbench again, but of course on servers you get so used to it, and then when you can't do it on a server because it's not installed, because it's too OP, it's a bit of a pain. So I'm going to make some stone anodes, I'm going to make some stone wires, I need 3 of those. I'm going to need a couple of redstone torches, so let's go ahead and create those. And I'm going to need a piece of stone on top of there with a couple of those, one of the pointers, one of the cathodes, pointer in the middle, cathode below it, anodes on either side of the cathode, stone wires around the outside, and finally 2 stone wafers. There we go. So that's the first of these we're going to need. Let's chuck that one there, right. I should be able to put it right there like so, and that should pulse that thing there hopefully. Yep, there we go. It's pulsing it, and I just realised I don't want that to happen, so let's get that off there. That's gone ahead and jammed the unit because it has nowhere for that to go, I don't believe. Why did that not spit through? It should have spit through and gone straight down to the white track, because I left it with white not knowing what to do. Give me a second. Ah, of course, my bad. Right, I'm going to need to grab 2 more of these. I'm going to need to grab some more of these tin plates. I need 8 of those. Let's go ahead and create myself up another one of these. And we're going to need to grab a bone. We need basically, what's happened is I've gone ahead and told it to go through with white. Everything goes through in white. So I didn't have a white paint set up, so it means that it doesn't know where to send it. So let's go ahead and chuck white, paint can, and I think this is completely, it's a completely non-pattern recipe. So I need a piece of wool, which I've got, and a stick, which I also have already. So let's go one of those with a piece of wool, grab the paintbrush out, turn it into a white paintbrush, and then we're going to swing back downstairs and we're going to paint one of these other chests. Now temporarily I'm going to go ahead and turn the one that's the second one in, and I'm going to turn that into the temporary chest, unless I have a chest on me. You know what, let's go and put the miscellaneous chest at the end there. So let's go ahead and quickly, for the time being, create a wooden chest. That's all we need. We won't be storing too much stuff in there. It's only a wooden chest above, I think, or actually it's an iron chest. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this thing here onto there like that, and pop inside here with the white paintbrush and paint that one there with white. and that should be okay, I think. Probably just to be on the safe side, I might go ahead and paint the next one along as well. Do I have enough? No, I don't. Never mind, that should be okay, I think. And if we go ahead and put this back onto here again like so, it should allow things to come down through from the top, and it should go straight past through there with the white tag on it, and should go along to the end chest there, which will be fine. Probably could go ahead and put food down through the thing as well. So let me just go ahead and let that run through. That's just going to empty the chest upstairs and start sorting it, and that should all be processing along through here and going along. Because of course these aren't all painted, it's taking the shortest path, which is going to be along the top here, although it seems to be kind of random, which is kind of interesting. But everything should be turning it down here, so that's brilliant. That is definitely starting to work. The next test, I guess, is to pop upstairs and pop some of the ores into there and see what happens with them. Let's see if the first step happens, and I might do a little bit more work off camera just to sort of finish up the process, but unfortunately it didn't get as far as I wanted to with this. What am I doing? Let's go put this into the input chest upstairs. Right, so just about emptied that one there. Let's go ahead and pop that into the top there, and that should mean that comes out next, and should progress down through and go straight to the side and into the first available inventory, which was already full of stuff because I haven't got it pulling out from these things yet. So what will happen at the end is I'll have these things running as well, and they will pull out from the inventory here and start sending it through. Why is that heading back? Ah, the chest is full. Nice. Didn't know that that's the case, but that of course has gone ahead and jammed everything. So let's go ahead temporarily and just make this a double wide chest. I'll have to go and change it into something a bit more useful later on. That should then get things sending out again. And the last of it should come out of the upstairs. Awesome. So we've definitely made a lot of progress. I'm going to have a lot of cleanup work to do. But definitely getting there. Hopefully it wasn't too boring for you guys, and hopefully you enjoyed this. What we can do as well is we'll go ahead later on, and I'm going to go and fill in this sort of stuff here with glass. And why is my connected textures back on again? Well, I'll have to turn that off again. I don't mind connected textures sometimes, but the glass just annoys me because I always feel like I'm going to fall through. Okay, anyway, so we definitely didn't get as far with the sorting system as I wanted to. It is definitely making some progress though. I'm going to need to turn that off at times, so let's go and quickly fix that. Let's go and chuck that up there, grab some of those, and theoretically I should just better go ahead and put one right beside it and turn it off. There we go. Okay, so we've definitely got a bit further with our processing. We've now got ourselves halfway through making the sorting system. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Do check out the Minecraft forums post that I'll have up on the description of this thing. On there I'll have a link to the download for the episode 10. So you'll have a world download, and you'll also have the config files that I have. Do bear with me, there is probably still a few bugs in the configs that I'm working through. My friend Camel, he's given me a bit of a hand with it, so hopefully we'll have everything pretty much sorted by next time I do a map upload. But yeah, so thank you very much for watching, everybody, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I will catch you next time. Okay, just a quick update. I went ahead and did a little bit of tweaking of stuff. I'll just quickly show what I've done. I ended up with an infinite loop. So what I've had is I've gone ahead and put a switch under here, timer here, which is powering both of these two units. And of course the reason why the redstone's there is so I can go ahead and flip the switch to turn it off. However, the way that I had got it set up is I did have piping coming down through here and going under there, and that allowed for things to go past this thing here. I'm going to have to do some tweaking to try and figure out how to make it so that if something needs to be macerated but not cooked, then I need to find a way to get that sorted. But the main problem that I have is the fact that it was coming back through here, and I was painting it coming out of here to red to go over to this chest here. However, red was closer here. So what I've gone and done is I've gone ahead and put a restriction pipe, which is basically taking a piece of, oops, I've used up the piece that I did have, piece of iron, and popping the iron and pneumatic tube in there, and that goes ahead and creates you yourself a restriction pipe. A restriction pipe basically means that it will prevent it from going through that pipe unless it has nowhere else to go. So that's not perfect, because when this chest fills up, there's no other red outputs, then it's going to go into here again, and it's going to get macerated down again, which means it'll get cooked up, then it'll come out, get macerated, cooked up, macerated, cooked up, and it'll go round and round in circles and basically waste EU and Blue Trick. So that's definitely not what we're wanting. But I'm just going ahead and quickly see this is what happened. It's ended up in here. So I'll take that out of there. This theoretically should stop happening now. Why was that in that part there? Why? Oh, that's right. I've gone ahead and turned off this. So it should bring out the dust there, take it across, cook it up, and then it'll go down through the system again, back down under through here, and this time it'll come around because it's going to go to a chest over here. It won't go back into the system. So not perfect solution yet, but definitely needed to be done. Otherwise I was just screwing things up. And obviously we can let the machine system run now, but I don't have anything in there. So yeah, cool. I will catch you next time.